Hello and welcome to the Cockney Cruiser channel. My name's Tony. I am the Cockney Cruiser, believe it or not. Anyway, so what am I here for? I'm here to host the new show that we're doing on the Cockney Cruiser, the OnYerBike Show. Now I hear you ask, what is the OnYerBike Show going to be all about? Well, the OnYerBike Show predominantly is going to be about used, mint or near mint accessories for your motorbike. I will be doing reviews on that, and you will be able to find out where you can get top quality gear for a fraction of the price that you would have to pay for in the shops. Now, the gear that we're predominantly going to be looking at is vlogging gear, motorbike camping gear. We're going to do a little bit of wildlife and landscape photography. We're going to go on ride-outs to some of the UK's beautiful villages, and we'll give you a brief overview of where to eat, drink or stay if you fancy a ride-out to any of them, so that you can enjoy yourself on your bike. And that is the word, on your bike. We'll also be taking you out to some of the motorbike cafes that are around the UK, and believe me, there are plenty of them. Now at this point I have to say to you that this channel is not sponsored or even monetised. This is just a 70-year-old geezer doing his bit for fun, really. This is just for fun. So all I can say, and all that's left for, is welcome to the OnYerBike Show. Hello and welcome back to the OnYerBike Show. It's me, the Cockney Cruiser, back again to present this month's show. I would also like to welcome back Gabby, who has agreed to do the commentary on all future visits to our beautiful country towns and villages. Thanks so much, Gabby, and we're really looking forward to this week's bit of history. Okay. What, I hear you ask, is this month's show going to feature? Well, to answer that very simple question, to begin with, you can sit or hop on the back of my bike and join me for a ride on the A427, a beautiful ride that will take us past and through some of the lovely villages of Northamptonshire and Leicestershire. ending up in the lovely market town of Market Harborough. At which point I will then pass you on to Gabby. This remarkable young lady will give you a concise historical overview of this great little market town. Later on in the show I will be giving you my unbiased opinion of a useful little vlogging camera, try saying that a few down here again, suitable for mounting onto your motorcycle helmet or even your handlebars, and you can mount that on your helmet on the right, the left or the top. And that is this little camera called a Drift Ghost XL, which is a neat bit of kit that will absolutely surprise you, the typical quality that you can get on small vlogging cameras. And I have taken some footage whilst out on my Royal Enfield Meteor, and you will be able to see that towards the end of the show. All that to come. So sit back, join me as we take to the road on my Susie Q. This is the Hrborough, and we're now on the A43 heading towards Corby. We branch off here at this roundabout, taking the Geddington Road, the A6086. This will take us down to the A427 that forms part of the ring road around Corby. The weather is overcast, no forecast of rain, thank God, with a little bit of blue sky showing, and it is cold. So heated grips need to go on. continue on the A427 from this point. This is that really nice road for a motorcycle ride out that will take us eventually to Market Harborough. To my right is Blackthorn Wood Golf Course. I've played golf a few times, and I have played on some of the top golf courses in this country. The Belfry, Woburn, both the Dukes and the Duchess courses, and the Berkshire Golf Club. I was known to my fellow golfing mates as the woodpecker. No matter how hard I tried, and no matter how wide the fairway was, I hit it to the left or to the right, thus leaving me in the woodlands or rough. And boy, did it take a long time for me to get out. So my buddies always knew who was stuck in the rough by the sound of my ball hitting the tree trunks. That's how I got the name the Woodpecker. Needless to say, I don't play anymore. So, after that short story, here we are, riding the A427 and just passing East Carlton, a lovely village that plays home to the East Carlton Countryside Park. This is a lovely place to visit, with some glorious vista-filled walks, a great cafe and a museum, and worth taking the time to visit and enjoy views across the Welland Valley. Wilbarston and Stoke Albany are off here to the right, with some great roads to ride into the Welland Valley. In fact, riding these roads will give you some great vistas too. Now riding through Brampton Ash, where the A427 has some lovely snaky bit of road for those that like to get their knee down. Unfortunately, I can't. This eventually leads us into the village of Dingley, where the famous Dingley races are held. And here is something for you to watch out for. Along this stretch of the A427, a resident has decided to camouflage his bird feeding box on his fence to look like a speeding camera. Now if that ain't novel, I don't know what is. Okay, so this is the last bit of the A427, which brings us up to the major junction with the A6, where we will be turning off to get into Market Harborough town centre. There are quite a few trading estates along this stretch of road, so plenty of shopping can be had here. There is also a really good Porter Calf trailer in the Welland Valley Feed car park, just here on the right. Well worth a visit. Now, this is the last stretch into the town centre, where I will leave you and let you take a stroll through this wonderful history-filled market town. So over to Gabby, who is ready and waiting to guide you through the town with a bit of historical background. So over to you, young lady.
Thanks, Tone. Nice to see you out on the bike on this lovely February morning. Hello and welcome. My name is Gabby, and I invite you to join me on this short historic journey around this wonderful Leicestershire market town, Market Harborough. Today, I'm going to take a ride on my Harley Sportster with its specially adapted sidecar. Tony is sitting in the sidecar with his camera, but I have asked him not to interrupt me while I am riding and taking in the history and surrounding vista. You know what it's like. I will probably cover more of the area than if I was to walk round. Besides, it's such a nice day, and I just love an early morning ride, especially for this time of the year, and when there is not too much traffic. This pleasant rural settlement by the River Welland was developed as a market town by Henry II around 1170. A general goods market became established in 1203, and by 1938, a large cattle and covered market was thriving just south of the old market square. This area was redeveloped in 1993 to create the modern St. Mary's Place shopping centre. Although in much need of a bypass for the busy A4303, the town is a very pleasant place to visit, with a generous central square, surrounded by much fine Georgian architecture. The centre is dominated by the town's 14th century ironstone church, with its impressive brooch spire. Alongside this, stands the town's old grammar school, a charming half-timbered and gabled building, gifted by local boy Robert Smythe in 1613. The school is supported above the street, on sturdy wooden pillars under the cool shade of which a butter market was once held. The ornamental gables and pargeting date from 1869. The town is a traditional hunting centre and social focus for the local area. Many of the lovely old Georgian buildings around the town square and along the high street have been converted to shops. During the 19th century, the town prospered under the fortunes of the Symington family, whose corset factory still stands behind the church, an iconic, Victorian, red brick and glass windowed warehouse, which now houses the district council offices, library and town museum. The Grade II listed 18th century town hall is another imposing red brick affair with fine stone dressings. Built in 1788 by the Earl of Hrborough, it originally served as a market hall and assembly rooms. Opposite the hall stands the ancient Three Swans Inn, which dates from the 14th century. The elaborate 18th century wrought iron sign, hanging over the street, is one of the finest pub signs in England. Brook House, in Leicester Road, is noted as the oldest mansion house in town. Now a private college, the building was enlarged in 1807 and named after Lord Brooke, who lived there in the 19th century. The spire of the Church of St. Dionysius is one of the finest in all England, rising to 160 feet. The church bells are rung every November to commemorate the rescue of a merchant lost on the Welland Marshes in 1500. Market Harborough became the headquarters of the Royalist Army on the eve of their defeat at the Battle of Naseby in 1645. Charles I was later incarcerated here on his way back to London, along with over 4,000 prisoners who were billeted in the church. The town is part of the Civil War Trail, and a number of information boards can be found at key points around the town. To the north lies the start of a branch of the Grand Union Canal. Its restored basin is home to a number of red brick warehouses, which have been converted to trendy waterside apartments and craft workshops. About 4 miles further north, the canal navigates Foxton Locks, well worth a visit. Here you can see a flight of 10 locks, used to raise and lower narrow boats and barges up the steep hill out of the town. Hrborough Museum houses a modest collection of exhibits detailing the town's medieval and Victorian roots, with displays of social history from the earliest times to relics from the nearby Battle of Naseby. There is also a collection of Victorian corsetry and the famous Liberty bodice, invented by Fred Cox at the local Symington factory. We hope you enjoyed this short historic journey through Market Harborough and invite you to get on your bike and take a trip to this wonderful town. There is plenty to do here, shopping, eating and drinking, and I would recommend a trip to the museum and even have a stroll around the market in St. Mary's Place shopping centre. I know they do a great British breakfast there, and there are some interesting stalls and a meat market too. We are going to take a short break, but when we come back, I will hand you back to Tony, who will be riding some of the lovely country lanes in the Hrborough district. Tony will also be giving a review on the Drift Ghost XL vlogging camera, a great bit of kit that can be attached to your motorcycle helmet or even your handlebars. Thanks once again for joining me. See you all next time.
Hello, and welcome. We are having a garage sale in May, and we thought that for those that wish to visit on the day, it would be nice for you to have a brief historical background to this lovely, stone-built village in the East Midlands. Stanion is a village and civil parish in Northamptonshire, England. At the time of the 2001 census, the parish's population was 873 people, increasing to 1,252 at the 2011 census. One of the schools situated in Stanion is a Church of England primary school. Stanion existed before the Norman conquest, carrying the Old English place name of Stannockstone Ark. The village is noted in the 1086 Domesday Book as being in the hundred of Corby in Northamptonshire, with 23 households. The village's name, Stanion, means building made of stone. Stanion is also spelt as S-T-A-N-Y-O-N in numerous old documents. The village church is dedicated to St. Peter. Within the church there is a curious antiquity. This is a 7 feet long whalebone, although tradition avers that it is actually part of the skeleton of a dun cow. This was a fabled beast from English folklore, and according to various versions of the story, the Stanion cow was either killed or died of a broken heart after being tricked by a witch. Scrimshaw, etched onto the bone, indicates it dates from the 17th century. The 1777 Northamptonshire militia list for Corby 100 shows 22 men enrolled for Stanion. So the population remained relatively constant from the 11th through the 18th century. This beautiful village of Stanion was shown in the wartime film Springtime in an English village. So that's just a brief historical background. Why not pay us a visit and enjoy your day out? Stanion's biggest village garage sale, 2023, here again on Saturday, May 13th, 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Don't miss out on some fantastic bargains available at our garage sale this coming May, including furniture, pictures and ornaments, table flower arrangements, camping equipment, plants, books, clothing, honey, jams and marmalade, crafts and much more. Not only that, you will be able to enjoy a walk around our beautiful village, meet participating residents, and have a great day out. Maps, complete with an info sheet, giving full details of what's for sale and where, will be available together with refreshments from the village hall. For more information, email kate.redding@sky.com or events.stpeterstanion@gmail.com.
Thanks for that great bit of history, Gabby. Dark times back in those days, and no motorbikes to make that quick getaway from the enemy. Joking aside, it's time to take a look at this next bit of kit, which, in my view, is a natty bit of technological creative genius. I know, it's a mouthful, but it sounds a bit biased, but I like it, and it's only my own opinion. So let's have a look and let me show you how easy it is to operate and affix to your motorcycle helmet, or for that matter, to your handlebars. This is the Drift Ghost XL, and in my opinion a natty little vlogging camera with a built-in battery that can last up to 10 hours on a full charge. Now I find that incredible, especially if you compare that to other action cameras with equivalent specifications. It has a 1080 recording at 25, 30 and 80 FPS and 4K at 12.5 FPS for those rapid fire video shots. Importantly, the camera has Wi-Fi. You need to use a 64 gig micro SD card which easily fits into the camera. Don't use anything bigger, you could have problems. The access point to connections can be found under the bottom of the Drift Ghost XL with an easy to open slide catch. Once open, you will find the micro SD card slot and also a USB connection which enables you to connect to your computer. The Ghost XL does have a built-in mic, but in my experience it is best to use an external mic that fits inside your motorcycle helmet. To fit the external mic, you must use the cable that came with your camera. Basically, this is a cable that enables you to use most standard external mics. The cable screws in here, and once you have mounted the camera onto the motorcycle helmet, you can attach your microphone. It's as easy as that. You are supplied with two fixings, one which fits to the camera and the other that attaches to your motorcycle helmet. You will notice that the motorcycle helmet attachment is curved. This allows you to safely attach the fitting following the contour of the helmet. If, though, you have a perfectly flat area on the motorcycle helmet, attachments are available without a curve. There are various menu options that can be selected: Wi-Fi, resolution, etc, etc, with easy to use controls on the top of the camera. I found that viewing the settings was a bit of a problem as the screen is only 10mm by 10mm, ridiculously small. Nevertheless, once you get used to it, you should be able to set things up without any problem. On top of the camera, you have the on-off record button, the menu button, and the center button allows for you to scroll through the menu to select your choice of settings. The lens on the camera is great, allowing you to rotate the lens 180 degrees so that you can obtain a level horizon, no matter where you mount the camera on your motorcycle helmet. To download your files, you can do one of two things. You can download directly to your computer using the USB connection, or you can unmount the micro SD card and insert it into a micro USB reader and download to the computer, a method I prefer. Overall, the camera is excellent, giving excellent quality video. It is 100% waterproof and easy to operate. The only downside and negative point I have against it is the size of the screen. It is ridiculously small. Although on newer versions, which cost a darn sight more, I believe they may have addressed this problem. However, don't let the screen size put you off. If you want to get hold of a used, mint or near mint condition Ghost Drift XL, there are a few outlets which can be found on the internet. MPB is an excellent online store, as is Wex Photographic. And finally, SEX, which stands for Camera Exchange, so don't get excited. Information, including web addresses, can be found in the description below this video. What follows is some footage on a ride out to Oakham which I did in the autumn of last year on my Royal Enfield Meteor, a ride out that took me through the Welland Valley and through the hills of Rutland. Enjoy. Well, that's it for this month's show. So, I hear you ask, what's coming up next month? Well, to start, we're going to visit another market town. only this time we'll be in the county of Northamptonshire. I'm going to take you on a great little ride on the A6116 from Stanion through to Thrapston, another lovely small market town on the River Nene. We'll be passing some great little villages en route: Brigstock, Hrborough and Lowick. And once we've arrived in Thrapston, Gabby will once again take to the reins of her Harley, complete with her little new sidecar, and provide some history and background to this great little market town. Then I'm back to give you another preview on another cheap and great little vlogging camera that you can get your hands on. Now, details of the equipment and where you will be able to purchase it can be found in the description below, together with website addresses. So, all that remains for me to say is thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment if you so wish. So, it's goodbye from Gabby, me and the team on the OnYerBike Show, and until next time, around the end of March, we'll say bye for now. Don't forget, more importantly than anything else, ride safe.